Good afternoon, YouTube. It's your boy DJ Trev. Today, I have the honor of interviewing some of the gentlemen from the Lunatics Token development team, and we'll give them a minute or two to get themselves settled into. Oh, there we go. There's Sega.
How you doing?
Good. How are you? Good to see you.
I'm very well, thank you.
Awesome.
Unusually sweating and really hot in the UK, but
how you doing, brother?
17.
How's everybody?
Doing all right. How you doing?
I'm good. And how's Duncan? Where's Duncan? Is he coming in?
I'm here. Can you hear me? I'm just trying to figure out my video.
I can hear you. I could see you earlier too. So
You can see me. That's good.
No, I can't see you right now.
Oh, you can't see me. That's probably even better. I'll try and figure it out.
No worries. I'm sure you'll get it together. Anyway, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to talking to these guys. They put together a token to help us burn LUNC, and obviously that is extremely appreciated. If you guys don't mind, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves to everybody, let everybody know what your position is on the team.
Well, I'm Sega, one of the original fire starters, founders of Lunatics, and yeah, one of the core team members.
Great. Who else do we have?
Yeah, I'm Duncan. I'm a great supporter of this project. I've been following these guys for a while. They've put an enormous amount of work into launching this, and I'm 100% behind them because they've done such an amazing job in such a short time.
Great to hear it. Duncan almost needs no introduction. I think everyone on Twitter follows you.
Not quite. I'm not Elon Musk.
Well, we can bump up his numbers.
Yeah, maybe we can get him up today. I'm glad to help you out.
Hey, good for you. Cheers.
And 17 Dog is the name I see. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. How you doing?
Great. And what is your position on the team?
I'm the technical person on the team. So whether if it's the contract or anything else, I'm kind of like the jack of all trades, but the master of none type deal.
Oh, I'm sure you're the master of plenty. I'm glad to have you because honestly, I was looking through the list and I'm like, all these guys are marketing guys. Am I going to talk to anybody who actually, develops this thing? Listen, I appreciate having you here specifically because my technical knowledge as far as this stuff goes, I'm not a tech guy, okay? If you've seen any of my videos at all, you know that. So if you're able to explain this all to us, I appreciate it. And I see one more. All it says is Craig's iPhone. Is somebody there?
That should be Thunder, but I'm not sure if he's actually coming on.
All right, we'll wait for him. So listen, what I would like to do, if you guys don't mind, is I would like to set the stage a little bit, just for people who may not know kind of how this whole thing went down and what brought us to you all making this token, okay? So it was the DPEG heard around the world. UST depegged from, it was on the Terra network, depegged from the US dollar after some massive selling pressure, okay? And guys, correct me if I'm wrong with any of this, but I think I got it. So now Luna was the coin that was supposed to maintain that peg, okay? And it would mint or it would burn, it would do, counteract to keep that peg straight. So once UST started falling away, Luna started to mint and mint. And ultimately we ended up with a supply of about 6.9 trillion. Now at one time, the all-time high of Luna coin, it was up to like $119 per coin. And I think at the time before, like just before the crash happened, it was probably like in the range of like $80 or $90 a coin. So since then, we have seen an all-time low of 0.000016. And a lot of people were devastated. It was extremely tragic what happened. And Duquan, the creator of Terra Luna, he decided not to try and fix it. What he wanted to do was he decided to fork off, as I put it, and start a whole new token. But the community was not really behind that. They took a poll. 90% of everyone didn't want him to do that. So the sentiment around what is now called LUNC or Luna Classic is strong. The community still really backs it. We have another team, the Terra Rebels, if you've heard of them, that are actually trying to fix it, get the governance back, get it back on mainnet, and they're doing a hell of a job. The last part of that is we need to reduce the supply, okay? And there have been some proposals that have been made which will do that, but we got to get the governance and everything happening before we can enact those. But you guys have put together a token where we can start burning this right now in anticipation for the rest of that stuff to go down. Is that right? Who wants to tell me about the token?
Yeah, I can do that. So, I mean, Lunatics Token is basically going to be a community-driven, hyper-deflationary token that's going to be launched on the Binance Smart Chain. And what it is, it's designed to basically reward its holders, obviously because we want to appeal to the broader crypto market. But our main goal is to reward its holders in Luna Classic, but also start burning the supply. And the way we do that is really on every transaction, whether you buy or sell in our token, there's a certain amount of taxes, and from them taxes, we'll create a burn pool and literally buy Terra and then send it to the dead wallet. So the more volume that's created in within the token, the bigger the burns will be. I mean, we're by no means the fix for the problem, but what we want to be is to take the lead and and start some kind of community-driven effort to all pull together and think of different initiatives that can help burn the minute supply.
Right, awesome. So right now, I think all you guys are familiar with Happy Caddy Crypto, and Happy Caddy has a burn channel which has been monetized, and he's about to stop burning. There are a couple other initiatives that are out there that are going to be doing the same thing that you guys are doing. And if we all come together and do this, the idea is we can get it burned down as soon as we possibly can, and get that price back up. Maybe help some of those people who lost to recoup some of what they lost. Now you've got 100 billion total supply right now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 100 billion total supply is what we're starting off with. Yeah, so I mean, the plan is we're actually launching next Wednesday, 3 p.m. UTC. There's going to be a pre-sale. That's going to be the pink sale. Yeah, the pink sale it's a fair launch pre-sale that's taking place next week. So that's our launch date. And from the point we kick off, really, we've got 2% of all our taxes that are going to literally create a burn pool. And as the more volume's created, it will just increase. And with the help of people like Duncan, Matthew Perry, and other people that are supporting the project, then we're gonna do some live, maybe burn parties on their social media platforms. Even yourself, maybe might be able to help us out.
Yeah, beautiful. Listen, I'm invested.
So, yeah, I mean,
anything I can do to help.
The majority of us are invested, and we just want, like I said, we want to just kind of be inspire others to create some other kind of initiatives. There's loads of other tokens I'm sure that are going to come out and going to burn, but with the people like Duncan behind us, people like Matthew supporting the project, we've got a lot of the cool channels. We've got Travlad that's helping us out. Anyone in the space that would know Travlad, he's one of the bigger cool channels. He's supporting the project as well. So we've got good people behind it. And obviously with the whole team being doxed, the owners doxed KYC'd as well. We want to bring some kind of legitimacy to the space in the sense that we've all come together through some kind of adversity through the space. Been in bad projects. Actually, they're not probably bad projects. It's more like bad people behind the projects. But yeah, so we've we've all come together through different areas in the space and been in other projects together and come together thinking that maybe we can do something that's good, legitimate, transparent.
how did you guys come together? How do you find each other? Because you guys are all over the world. So who makes the phone call and says, hey, this is my plan, this is what I want to do, and puts that team together?
There's lots of stories, and then most of them are bad, where we've been as investors, and as a community, you come together, like wherever you are in the world, and like especially if you're involved in a token, there's communication, and over a period of time, you make friends, and you kind of work out who you can work with, who you can trust, and through bad experiences, really, we've all come together and kind of think we can maybe do something a little bit better and a little bit more transparent, especially in a place where, you hope dedication and honesty is something you'd expect in a project. But unfortunately, in this space, you can't really take it for granted.
Right. I gotcha. Duncan, what got you involved in this? Were you invested before the crash?
No, I wasn't. No, I invested after the crash.
Okay.
But I knew the guys, as was previously said, through this sort of negative situation that we all went through together, and it was decided that we would put something positive together to put this negativity behind us, and to support a different token. In this case, Luna Classic. We were previously all connected via Shiba Inu, and the project that we were involved in went horribly wrong, not through any fault of ours, but through the person that was leading this project. And so the decision was made to bring some sort of positivity back into the crypto world and create something new, and bring some sort of joy back to it, and help to decrease the circulating Luna Classic token and make it beneficial to those who invest in it. Right.
Awesome. Appreciate that. Dog, how many people on your team? Who's putting this thing together with you?
I would actually leave that question to Sega. He could actually answer that better than I am, as I'm just in the background, just doing what I do.
I was trying to give Sega a break. He's been answering everything.
Hey, I leave that stuff to the owners.
People tend to think that I like to talk a lot, but no, but
it could be worse. I could be sitting here with a bunch of people staring at me, right?
Yeah, I mean, with 17 now, there's 9 team members, and there's although Russell is the owner. To be honest, the whole core team are the owners. There's no real one person in charge. Everyone's got a part to play, and obviously with a team that size, obviously we've got big ideas for the future. So everyone's going to have we hope everyone's going to be very busy.
Right. Let's talk a little bit about exactly how this is going to work. Now, I've read through the white paper a few times, so there's 100 billion total supply currently, deflationary. There are mechanisms which are actually going to reduce that supply as we go on. And I believe that as soon as you launch, I saw something about 10 billion of that immediately gets burned.
Yeah, we're going to be burning 10% of our own token the minute we kick off. In a way, that's going to be kind of our automatic burn of the Luna Classic, because obviously we're actually offering our holders 2% rewards in Luna Classic. So if you hold our token, 2% of the volume each day will be distributed amongst the holders, obviously depending on the size of the bag that you hold. So you'll be getting rewards in Luna Classic, and so will our dead wallet be receiving Luna Classic. Obviously, that's taken that out of circulation automatically. Now, the way we're going to be doing our burns, though, is another 2% of the taxes. I mean, there's 10% buy and sell taxes. So if we just clarify, there's going to be 10% buy and sell taxes on our token. 2% of that goes to rewards to our holders in Luna Classic. There's a 1% auto burn of our own token, so it makes our token deflationary. There's 3% that goes to marketing, so we can push the project forward and do the necessary things that we need to do to get out in the wider space. 2% of that helps our liquidity pool, which obviously gives more strength to the token, and that's going to be initially locked for a year. And then obviously we've got a 2% burn of Luna Classic. Now that's going to go into a separate wallet where that's going to build over time. And as and when we choose, we're going to do, like I said, some kind of like burn party or something just to create some more hype, and more people that know what we're doing. And, you know, people like bigger burns. So we may
Right.
pull it to make them big burns, or we might decide to do regular burns. But either way, it's all going to be burnt. And as far as security for that, like I said, and transparency and security, we've tried to do multi-layers of. So obviously, like we said, through bad experiences. So every wallet that we've got, whether it's marketing, the burn wallet, and also the contract ownership, is all multi-sig. So it takes at least 4 of us to sign before any transaction can be done.
Okay, got it. Let me back up a second, because actually I was going to ask you about that 10%. So this is transactional, yeah, on buying and on selling the 10%?
Yeah.
On both ends, okay? So
Yeah.
in other words, just so, you know, so everybody's, listen, I like to try to explain things to the audience like I'm explaining it to my 80-year-old grandmother. Because most of my audience, like I said, is not technical, right? So this is the way that this plays out. Any project like this has to be funded. I mean, it doesn't come from nowhere. And if you can make it fund itself, that's optimal. That's beautiful, right?
Yeah.
So 10%, in other words, so if I buy 100 of these tokens, I get 90 of them.
Correct.
Then there's 10 left over. 2 of those 10 actually go to be burned, right? The other 8 are exactly the way you just said. 3 of them go into, you know, so it goes to kind of supporting itself. But there's also 2% that's going for rewards, right? That people are going to be rewarded with actual LUNC just for holding your token.
Exactly. I mean, the idea is obviously we want to appeal as a burn. Well, let's put it this way: anyone who's holding Luna is going to be interested in this project, because you don't want to burn your own tokens. You want to take part in an initiative where you know, you're helping in some kind of way to burn a supply. So rather than burning your own token, you can actually, this is another opportunity where you can invest in something that's actually got a chance of growth, future growth. So your investment could grow over time. That's what we're hoping. That's what we're building. So you've got an actual chance of another moonshot. At the same time, while your money's in that pool and being traded in and out by yourself and other investors, whether they're buying or selling, 2% of that every transaction will be in a pool, and whenever we choose to burn as a community, we'll be burning Luna Classic. So it's kind of like a win-win, where you don't burn your own tokens, you invest in another project that's you've kind of got another moonshot possibly, and at the same time you're helping the Luna Classic burn initiative. So for us, we kind of see it as a win. But then at the same time, we don't really want to just aim, although all the lunatics are interested in the project, there's a huge crypto space out there. So there's got to be some benefits as well for not only the holders that are interested in burning Luna, but other holders as well that may not be holding Luna and may not really care either way whether Luna's being burned or not. So they need to see the project in a different light. They need to see it as, you know, they can see where the growth is going to come from. You know, the start is going to be from Luna Classic holders and, you know, buying into the project, and they can see the volume that's going to be created. And they need to see, well, why am I going to be holding that token as well? So if you buy our token, no, you're going to be holding. So there's some kind of like dividend that you're going to be getting back, and that's what you're going to be getting in rewards. So if they can picture the kind of volume that we're hoping to create, then in time they'll see that they'll be getting rewards as well. So, you know, they can benefit in that way, whether they've got any kind of, you know, love for burning a Luna or not.
So looking way into the future, and your token helps us burn off a lot of LUNC and all the other initiatives. Everybody comes together, and let's say we even come close to that 10 billion supply that was mentioned in proposal 3568. Is that even a realistic number, by the way? 10 billion? You think we could ever get to that?
I mean, who knows?
Right.
Anything's possible. Mathematically possible.
I'm not gonna get an answer out of you.
I'll kind of chime in on that one. I'll say anything is possible. Anything is possible as long as we have the community behind it backing.
Yeah. All right.
So I mean, if everybody pulls together, then miracles can happen. It might take a long time, but as long as we just keep doing the right things, and everybody's working towards the same goal. I mean, shoot, we could even knock it down to 8 billion. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we've got the 1.2% transactional tax that, again, we have to wait until we're on mainnet and doing some things before that actually kicks in. But once everything kicks in, and let's say we knock this down, listen, 100 billion, 50 billion, we get to 10 or 8, it doesn't matter. Okay. At that point, the price of LUNC, obviously goes up, right? Everybody gets what they wanted. Dreams come true. What do we do at that point with our Lunatic token? What are you guys building around it that is going to make us want to hold on to it, and because it's going to be of value to us even after we achieve that goal?
Yeah, sure. I mean, look. Any token starting off is a meme token, at the minute, but and they've got their initial roadmap just like we have. But once we hit them objectives in like the first year, and we've built the community, it's all about community. If you've got enough community there, then like I said, like even like self-funding and stuff like that, you don't need to do the marketing because the community is doing it for you. And then you want to become more than a meme token. That's the aim for all tokens when they start off. They want to become more than that. And then so your initial utilities are your basic ones, and then obviously as the community grows and more funding becomes available, then you want to develop your swap, your wallets, your all kinds of things from that in a bridge, and that stabilizes the project for the long term, and it doesn't take away from the burn, because every initiative, every utility that we're going to add is all going to contribute some part of it to burning Luna, because it's not going to be a 1-year project. It could take a good number of years before we hit the target that we want to hit. So after our initial objectives are like reached in the first year, then we've got to plan for, we are planning for a swap, a bridge, a wallet, and who knows, the ultimate is a blockchain, isn't it? So it's you just don't know where it's going to end. But like we said, every objective, every utility that we're gonna utilize is going to contribute to the burn. So that's the plan. So we become much more than just at the minute, a semi-burn project, but we become much more than that in the future.
Do you guys have projections a month from now, 6 months, or after launch, a month after launch, 6 months after launch, a year after launch? Any projections on how much of this you think you'll be able to burn off?
Look, early day. I mean, again, it's all about community. So if enough of the community are interested in the project and they come on board, then there's no reason why a burn project like ourselves couldn't burn through maybe 100 billion a year. Yeah. Now, if you're talking one initiative doing that, then that's huge. Yeah. And it, obviously, I mean, it could go to the stratosphere where the whole community jump on board once they see what we're doing. And if that happens and you've got volume of 5 million a day and what have you, then it could be 1 trillion in a year, Mm-hmm. But, their forecasts, and let's get through next week and launching
yeah.
and building on that. But it's going to take the community to jump on board and really want to burn and see what we can offer here. Because it's not just a burn, it's actually it's going to be an investment, because obviously with the kind of volume that we want to create and the community that we want to build, it's another moonshot in itself. Like I said, at the same time, you've got the benefit of maybe burning huge amounts of Luna.
I think you can count on the community. And the reason that I say that is I know how long it takes to, when you're on YouTube, to get monetized. Okay, you need 1,000 subscribers. You need 4,000 hours of watch time. Happy Caddy started this burn channel. And I don't know if it was a month, maybe 3 weeks. Okay. The community jumped in, subscribed, watched the videos, did whatever they could because they trust that he is going to, once he starts making revenue, minus what YouTube takes, the taxes, whatever, they know that they can trust that he's going to stop burning this thing off. And they jumped in and had him monetized in a matter of weeks. Okay. So just watching that happen and seeing how amazing that was, I think you can really count on the community to jump in and take advantage of this as well. And when you have people like Duncan Gray, and you mentioned maybe some other influences, you got Kim Kardashian, who else you got going on?
Elon Musk as well, I think.
Elon Musk, you know, whoever wants to jump in is fine. But when you've got people like this that are willing to put their brand and their name on it, okay,
sure,
it gives you the credibility that you need. Plus, you were audited. Everything's on the up and up, and it gives everybody the reason to feel safe in jumping in and grabbing some of this token, helping to burn off, and knowing that even when we are all on the moon, like the little picture that I was showing earlier, the only one on the moon is Duncan. Everybody else is in their spaceship. Once we're all there, we're still going to hold this token because you've got other things going on, and that's awesome. I really like hearing that. Now, on the 20th is when you're starting your pink sale, right? Your pre-sale, and it goes 24 hours till the 21st. Do we know how much it's going to be?
Well, I mean, we've put a low soft cap on the pre-sale. We've only put 100 BNB soft cap. So, I mean, but it could go to anything. It all depends. So as long as we sell 100 BNB in the pre-sale, then we'll be launching regardless. But you know, the hope is that everyone jumps on board and it could do really well. I mean, we're hoping for 500, maybe 1,000 BNB in the pre-sale. And then we've got marketing, you know, starting to roll out this week. And obviously just after the launch, we've got some more marketing pushes. So yeah, that's the plan for the launch.
So launching on Binance?
Binance, I think 17's got to jump off, unfortunately. So I just wanted to say thank you for him jumping in.
No problem, man. I'm sorry. I'm actually currently at work, so.
No, don't worry.
Yeah,
that's why I'm.
We're all in different time zones. I get it. Most of the time when I'm listening to AMAs and different things, I'm driving a truck or operating equipment. I mean, you know, you never know. But I appreciate you being here. If you're going to jump off, that's cool. Hopefully, we'll get to chat with you again sometime.
All right, buddy. Y'all take care. Be safe out there. All right.
Thank you, Sonny.
Right, thanks a lot for coming.
All right. Bye.
Yeah, so the Pink Cell fair launch is next Wednesday, 20th of July UTC. 3 p.m. UTC, and it was going to run for 24 hours, like you said. Yep. That's on the Pink Cell. I don't know if you've got the link. If you need it, we can get that to you. But then that's going to run for 24 hours. Going to be launched on the Binance Smart Chain, and yeah, then we're away. The minute the buyers and sales start coming in, we'll start building like a burn pool to burn Luna. And I mean, like you said, about the community, I just wanted to pick up on, I mean, Duncan spoke earlier about we came together like with Shiba. I mean, Shiba's got a monumental task of trying to burn 500 trillion, and their community is huge. Yeah, I mean, huge.
590 trillion.
Yeah, exactly. So over 500 trillion. So you've got a community like that is huge, but it's fractured. It's, you know, some of them want to burn, some of them don't want to burn. I mean, the people that run Shiba, I'm not too sure what they want and how they go about things, but unless they're in control of things, they don't really kind of like let the reins go for anyone else to jump in and try and help. Whereas, you know, like you said, the Luna Classic or like Terra Luna community, I don't think there's any resistance, and all for a good reason. They all want to help each other and trying to make something good out of something so terribly bad. So I think they're just looking for any kind of initiative that's going to help the burn. But like I said, there's going to be other projects just like us that are going to be coming along. But it's just, we want to be like kind of take the lead with people like Duncan behind us, with people like Matthew Perry supporting the project, other people that are coming on board to try and help us and just prove. And like I said, with the team being all doxed, and being as transparent as we can with the security, the multi-sig wallets and stuff like that. So, like I said, we just want to offer something that's safe, transparent, and just show that it's legit. You know, like I said, in a space where you put your money in so many different things, and so many of the times it ends up bad. It's not the project, it's the people behind it. So, like, everyone's here visible, putting their reputation on the line, people like Duncan, just to try and prove that this is somewhere that we want people to be able to invest and know that it's legit. And you know, we haven't got a crystal ball. We can't predict success, but dedication and legitimacy we can. So,
who's this Matthew Perry guy you keep mentioning? I've never heard of him. I'm actually, I don't know if you're aware, I am the admin of all of Matthew Perry's Discords.
okay.
I'm moderator in his group. And the reason that I have a YouTube channel right now is because of Matthew Perry. He's the one who kind of encouraged me to do it. I write some articles on Medium that he really liked. And he encouraged me. He said, listen, you got to take this stuff and just put it in video form. So if it wasn't for him pushing me and being kind of a mentor, I wouldn't even be doing this right now. And I was supposed to make one video every like month or something, you know, turn it into a little bit of something else.
Well,
he's a great guy.
My experience with Matthew is, like you said, he's a great guy, and he's honest and transparent. Does all his DD. And when he likes something, he's all in. You know, he will give it support, and there's no holding back. You don't have to ask him to do something. If he likes something, he will support it and talk about it, and you know, and go all out for you. So, like, yeah,
that's absolutely right.
We've had with him has been amazing.
Yeah, I've heard him talk about Duncan quite a bit on the live streams. I know he's a follower. I know he's a fan.
Really?
You know,
I didn't know that. Well, I'm a fan of his. He's a great guy.
Yeah, no, he is a good guy. He's a real good guy. Don't get me started on Shiba Inu. I don't know if you've seen any of my videos on it or read any of my articles, but yeah, that's a whole nother stream that we could do on that one. Let me ask you. I kind of have one final question. CZ. They're amassing huge amounts of this over there.
Yeah.
To the point where they could really affect the path that this restoration project goes. Why do you guys think he's holding so much?
$1 trillion question. I mean, who knows? I mean, hopefully. Nobody knows. I mean, hopefully, like I said, this is some kind of transactional kind of thing going on that's going to help, you know, us burn some kind or have some kind of burn initiative. But I mean, the inner workings of these people, who knows? I mean, it's a mystery.
Does it bother you at all that he has that much?
No, not really. I mean, we can. I mean, the community's going to come together no matter what. So, as long as we're doing our bit, hopefully other people jump on board. You know, as long we can kick it off, we can take the lead. You know, other people already started it, like you said. You know, if we can show them what we can do, then I kind of think that it all started with the V2 and going ahead with something like that against really the majority. So,
right.
You know, it just shows you that when it comes to it, it doesn't matter what the majority says. There's only a few people in control.
Has anybody from your project reached out to either CZ or Do Kwon in any way, or received anything back from them as far as support?
There's lots of messages going out every day. We wait for responses, but we'll see. If anything comes back, you'll be first to know.
I mean, Do Kwon says he's going to help out any way that he can, right? Isn't that the tweet that we got from him?
Yeah, well, let's see. Proof in the pudding.
Yeah. I see the smirk over there, Duncan. What do you think about CZ holding all
really,
that?
I mean, maybe I should reach out to him. I mean, I doubt that he'd reply to me, but you know, maybe it's worth reaching out and you know, getting him on board.
I think if anybody's going to reach out to him and you got to get a reply, it might be you.
It might be you.
Who knows?
All right, guys, thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to tell us about what you're doing?
No, just obviously like through all our social platforms, you know, you lot can just check out the project. Like I said, the website lunaticstoken.com, just have a look, you know, do your due diligence. Like, we don't want anyone to invest in the project that's not 100%. You know, everyone needs to feel safe, and you know, it might not be now, it might be next week after we've launched, it might be a month down the line, but just keep an eye on things, what's going on. You know, we're, like I said, proof's in the pudding. We're going to do what we're doing. We'll show people that we'll keep our promises and follow through on everything that we've said. And you know, it might be next week at the pre-sale they invest, or further down the line, but whenever they do, we'll be happy to have them.
After this burn token helps get rid of LUNC, do you guys turn your focuses to SHIB?
No.
Washing your hands of it?
I'll be honest with you, like, I mean, SHIB baffles me, to be honest. Like, it really does baffle me. The way it's run, the people that are running it.
Well,
maybe not all bad eggs, but
that's the argument, right? Is that they're not running it. They're kind of running their own thing. I mean, they don't really own SHIB, right?
Yeah, well, they're jumping off the back of it. You know, they're building all this stuff around it where they've got full control over things, and just, you know, some people say line in their pockets. I'm not too sure. It's kind of like, you know, but anytime something's come up that's tried to help the situation, they're more likely to tear it down rather than to support it. So it makes you wonder. And then you've got the community. It's so big, yet so fractured. You know, so many different opinions. So
I read something somewhere on the internet that Duncan Gray was listed as one of the top maybe 10 or top maybe even 5 SHIB influencers.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that happened.
He was top 5.
I read this too. Yeah, I was number 5, I think.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Why, how that happened, I have no idea. I probably just tweet too much.
Well, we're going to have to get back on at some point and talk about SHIB, because I'm invested in that one too.
Yeah,
But it's getting a little shaky. I've got a lot more confidence right now in LUNC because of you guys, because of the terror rebels, and because of what the community sentiment. You know, I have heard from a lot of people that they kind of sell. Shibarium doesn't come out and wow us. They're selling their SHIB and buying LUNC. You know, I don't tell anybody what to do. This is not financial advice, not a financial advisor. But yeah, that's what I'm hearing. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah,
I can definitely say this has been my best interview ever. It's my only interview.
There you go. It's a starting point.
Yeah, awesome. I really do appreciate you. I'm gonna put get me all those links. I'm gonna put everything in the description of the YouTube, because so people can come back and watch this at another point. And I'll try to push it out and get the word out about you guys. I really appreciate you. Appreciate what you're doing. And I'm gonna let you go. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys. All right. Well, I mean, I asked everything I could think to ask, and I hope that I asked some of the questions that you guys were interested in. I didn't get a chance to go over to the chat and see if any questions were coming through, and I apologize for that. But I've got a million things going on all around me, so I'll get better at this, I promise. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Share this all over the place so that we can get out the information about this Lunatics token that's helping us burn LUNC. All right. I will see you guys later. Thank you.